Hello, 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 and welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Happy Labor Day to everyone. Happy Labor Day. Thank you for joining us today. This session today, my name is Wiley Brazier, and today we are going to be having a session regarding for the Google Educator Group of Louisiana. This is a part of our distance learning series that we have available. It is being brought to you by a few sponsors. One is hashtag LAEdChat, which is Louisiana's online professional learning community that takes place on Twitter. And then the other is my PD 24/7. So if you would, hey, how are you, Hillary? If you would please take a moment and go ahead and let us know where you are joining from today. That would be super duper awesome. We also want to take a moment and thank our other sponsor, StreamYard. We do want to make sure that we thank them for allowing us to or helping us to expand our reach out into the world. And if that's the platform that we are using to broadcast live right now to YouTube and to Twitter and all of these other platforms. And if you would like a subscription to StreamYard, I'll drop a link in the chat for you right now to get StreamYard access. And there it is there for you in the chat. I've just placed it there for you. And without further ado, I'm sorry, let me introduce myself for those of you who do not know me. My name is Wiley Brazier V. I'm the GEG Louisiana leader, and those are a few of my badges. I'm also the I just got now, I was just named as a GEG GEG mentor for the South Central United States. So if you are in the areas of um, uh, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, uh, Mississippi, Kentucky, Alabama, and Tennessee, I am here for you. And so we have some people joining us from all over. Happy Labor Day to you, Ms. Pierce. We also have Dubai here today. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we've got Cindy here from Watson. Great. Thank you for being here today. We've got California representing. We have New Iberia is definitely here. Shout out to everybody in St. Martin Parish. Shout out to you. Hopefully, I'll see you all again soon. We've got Maryland. All right. We've got Maryland in the house in Phoenix, Arizona. Just a variety of people. So we are GEG Louisiana, but as you can see, we are here for everyone, everywhere, all over the United States. And then also internationally, as you can see as well. So we've got Scotland here as well, and Morocco, and all of these different people. So thank you all for joining us. It is definitely a pleasure having you here with us on today. Okay. And so the next thing that I would be remiss if I did not take a moment of silence to recognize all of the victims who have been of injustice here in the United States. We have over 100 days of unrest happening in our country, and so I do want to take a moment of silence for that. All right, so here we go. If you are not familiar with GEG Louisiana, if you go to geglouisiana.com, you'll be able to learn more about us and get active there. We also have a very active Facebook group as well. We're also on Twitter. We also have a Google group. And then we're also on Instagram. But if you go to that one place, you'll be able to get all of the information that you need all at once. All right. And so today, it is my pleasure to bring to you a young lady by the name of Joycana de Alessandro. Good morning.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
I'm
Hello,
sorry.
everyone.
I'm sorry, it's good afternoon. I'm
Oh,
sorry, it
you're
is
right. It is
afternoon. Yeah.
afternoon. Well, if we have someone in California, it's still morning for them.
And you're right. You're right. You are correct. You are correct. And so, um, Joyce Anna has been a heritage speaker of Sicilian and Italian, has been a public school teacher over 2 decades. Her career includes teaching middle school exploratory through advanced placement. She currently teaches both Italian and French in Sherrill Hill, New Jersey, and never having limited herself to a traditional methods in her classroom. Joycana has now left grammar syllabus teaching entirely behind to fully embrace comprehensible input. And she's also a blogger, a TPT teacher, author, and she is level 1 Google certified educator. And she also has created a virtual PLN for Italian CI teachers on Facebook. And we'll make sure that we put that information in the chat for all of the people who'd like to join her Facebook group as well. So, Joyce Santa, how are you feeling today?
I'm great. Thank you.
You are great. That's awesome. That is awesome. What I am going to do right now, just giving a few more shout outs to some of the people here. Um, And then I am going to go ahead and remove my screen. And what we're going to do is add yours in. All right. And so I am going to, without further ado, go ahead and turn it over to you at this time. Thank you so much. Everyone, you're in for a treat.
Hello, everyone. I was asked by the Louisiana Google Educator Group to present this after I had posted my presentation on Twitter. When I design professional development, I kind of make it as like a flipped classroom kind of situation where I preload everything, the tutorials, and then I just am the guide on the side to assist with questions or provide insight. So I'm going to show you the presentation and why I did what I did, and if there's time, maybe I'll demonstrate creating a classroom, because Wiley had said the Bitmoji Classroom is definitely the thing in demand. So here's my presentation, Bitmoji, Canva, and you. Everything is hyperlinked. There's a table of contents, and this template is from Slides Mania. She is an amazing person, creates all these wonderful resources. Why is my thing going by itself? All right, so step 1. You need to make a Bitmoji if you want to do the Bitmoji life. So I have a link to the app. You need to have it on a phone in order to use it and set it up. And there's a tutorial here for how to create your Bitmoji. It can actually use your camera and help model it to really resemble you. So that's a great thing. And there's 3 different Bitmoji forms, so you can play around in the settings, but that's all in the video that I embedded here. Now, a concern with many people is that Bitmoji does not represent all people. It does not have accessories that have to do with accessibility, like hearing aids, wheelchairs, etc. So this B links to a petition for the Bitmoji people to add those kinds of accessories, because there are quite a few accessories on the Bitmoji app. So once you create your Bitmoji on your phone, now you can add it onto your computer. So it works best on Chrome. So you need to install the Bitmoji extension. So that's where me going, woohoo, click extension. And this tutorial here shows you how to use the extension. It's really simple. And I use my Bitmoji as it is, but there are people who go extra and they want custom accessories. So the accessorize link will take you to a lesson on how to accessorize your Bitmoji. And once again, the ability and accessibility issue, someone has created a tutorial on how to integrate things that you are using for accessibility into your Bitmoji because they are not automatically added in the app at this time. Now, the title of this presentation is Canva for Educators. Canva is a graphic design platform. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Google. I use Google a lot for things, but Canva has a lot for you. And you can sign up for an educator account. So the link I gave you will have you sign up for a Canva educator account. You need to use your work email to sign up for it and provide proof of employment. I provided a photograph of my ID badge, and that was sufficient. And it does take a week or so for it to be approved. In the meantime, you could use the free version, but the educator version is really great because it gives you so much more. And we're probably going to be going back to play in Canva later. So this video here is a walkthrough Canva. And Canva, you can do a lot. So on this slide is a tutorial that I created, and it's graphic design basics in Canva. And this is really intense. And as you can see here in the blue words, these all open up to, I'm logged in now, all right. This will all open up tutorials within Canva, and it walks you through. I did not create these tutorials, I just found them. They'll walk you through step by step different aspects of the things I talk about in the presentation. Pairing your fonts, aligning things, taking care of white space, etc. And the cover picture for the YouTube video of my tutorial was made in Canva, of course. So while we're using Bitmoji to personalize things we do in class and using a really great graphic design platform, something you need to think about is your brand or your mood board. Think about it, like Burger King. What colors is Burger King? What color is, the U.S. Olympic team? There's colors that are associated with it, and your brand, your t-shirt brand, should have colors associated with it too. Especially if you decide to go beyond just your classroom and into the internet and with things like YouTube or TPT or what have you. And I mean, branding itself, my students know, like they find something on the floor, they can tell by the colors or the images I use that it's something that belonged to me, even if they found it 2 hallways away. So in this tutorial, which I created, I walk you through how to create the brand kit, how to decide your brand and create your brand kit within Canva. They have they have a setting there. Wow, my computer is not really liking being on this presentation, and yikes, sorry. We were having internet issues before we started too. All right,
That's all
back
right.
to the presentation. All right.
Live teaching. That's quite okay.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm back in the classroom and I will be remote teaching. So this is what I'm going to be looking forward to tomorrow too. So here's my brand kit, which is what I was trying to pull up for you. So I have a couple of my Bitmojis, my school's logo, and my fonts for me, my fonts for the two languages I teach, my colors. So when you're in Canva, you can easily access those things on any design you're in once you have created and made these. So it makes all your products look more streamlined. All right, so the fun stuff. So an easy entry into Bitmoji land is to have a Bitmoji sticker. So if you're face-to-face with your students, you can certainly make a Bitmoji sticker and print it out and put it on your students' work, or you can create virtual ones. And I have, even though this is my presentation was Canva, I do have how to do some of these things in Google as well. And you can save your, if you're making virtual ones that you want to use virtually, you can save them on Google Keep, and you can and then you can insert them into Google Classroom as a comment, or you can insert it in work students gave you on Google Classroom before you return it back to them. So they have a little sticker on their work, even though, it's not a physical one. How to make a poster using slides or using Canva, and integrating your Bitmoji into it. In Canva, you can connect directly to your Bitmoji account, but it has to be a Snapchat Bitmoji account, and I don't have one of those. So I insert everything into Canva via the Chrome extension, just like I would in Google Slides or Google Docs or what have you. How to create a graphic organizer. Canva has templates already made for you, so it's really quick to do it via Canva rather than in Google Slides where you have to start from zero. But wow, all right, can't show you on Canva. All right, and the interactive presentation, which is what this is and what the Bitmoji Classrooms are. You create a slide and you have interactive elements. So you basically have hyperlinked the different elements in your presentation so that when you click them, they take you places. And to hyperlink, you do Control K or click on the item and then go insert link. And that's the secret to having something be interactive. It's not really, anything amazing, but it looks amazing to your students, and you seem oh so savvy, suddenly. All right. Same thing with the Google Classroom header. You can, put your Bitmoji in there and make it add personality to your classroom rather than just using the themes that Google gives you. And your email signature with Bitmoji. I mean, my students, I emailed my students' parents, and some of them know me because I've taught, other siblings, and others don't know me at all. And they wrote me back like, oh my goodness, the Bitmoji looks just like you. So even though you might not be face-to-face this year with your students, you're there via your Bitmoji in the documents you're using with your students. Now, some teachers want to use Bitmoji with their students, and Bitmoji is not for under 13-year-olds because there are some Bitmojis that have, let's say, naughty connotations. So a resource you can use with your students, is the Portrait Avatar Maker. And also, so you can do it on there, so you can create your classroom of virtual students. The eyedropper tool is really fun. It has nothing to do with Bitmoji, but it can make your classroom or whatever graphic design you're doing be more personalized. It basically is, you rub it over, you turn it on, and you hover over something to get the color, and it gives you the exact hex code for that color. So then you can go into wherever platform you're using to create a resource and customize the color to the exact shade that you want. So you want to match, let's say you want to match the purple in my Bitmoji shirt. You activate the eyedropper and hover over it, and it'll show you. When you're designing, you do have to worry about accessibility. So accessibility to your students. So visually impaired students in particular, with your font choices. So that link tells you about that. And that is the reason why in Google Classroom, your header looks really dark. That's an accessibility feature from Google to make sure that the title is visible and it's nothing you can shut off. And you can shut it off temporarily on your browser, but it doesn't shut it off for everyone. And then here are examples of some interactive classrooms. And I would be very remiss if I did not tell you about the Bitmoji Craze Facebook group, which is where I learned a lot of what I'm telling you about right now. It is run by some educators. They're very dedicated. They are posting tutorials all the time. People are providing copies of interactive experiences that they've created for their students. And it's a close-knit group of several thousand people. So you can click on that link and get onto the Bitmoji Craze Facebook group if you're not Facebook group if you're not there already. And I have a Wakelet collection with samples, which is hyperlinked here. And then if you want to add to this collection, then you would use this link. And this is the collection that I'm talking about on Wakelet. And a lot of them are, so there's this presentation that I just shared with you. This is my most recent creation, which I'm going to be sharing with my students this week. This is a link to the Bitmoji Museum if you want to find out about different Bitmojis, because there are some that are seasonal. So maybe you're looking for something and it'll tell you when it'll appear. And some of these are things that people who attended my PD in my district that I did and what they created. So this is really funny. Got observed today. I think it went well. Some posters they made with their Bitmoji. Some cute elementary classroom headers and things. And infographics. I remade my background on my computer with my Bitmoji to keep myself organized. There's my header. There's another classroom, a flair, French interactive thing, poster hanging outside of my classroom, my email signature, and something that you might want to do with your colleagues is to get their Bitmoji and make a scene. So periodically during our quarantine in the spring, I would design the scene, and then they would all put their Bitmoji in it, so we could all pretend that we're all together having fun, even though we were, at home because of COVID. So, what should we do now, Wiley?
No problem. No problem. Thank you. Thank you so much. We do appreciate that. Did you want to take a moment to show them? I know you kind of went and how you hyperlinked uh, something there on a Bitmoji Classroom. Do you have some of the resources that you were just sharing? Could you kind of show that?
To show like a class, like show the
Yeah,
classroom that I already made.
classroom, some of the like the samples that are there.
So you might have seen around the interwebs, people are making a Bitmoji locker as like a getting to know you. Oh dear, a getting to know you, like get to know the teacher thing. But I didn't. I hated having a locker in high school, so I made a Bitmoji room. This looks like no room in my house, but you know. Uh, so I have all things that have to do with me. I love to knit. Yeah, I went to Rutgers, so it links to the Rutgers Wikipedia page. Um, some of these link to audio. I don't remember. I made this a while ago. No, that one didn't work.
So I also want to make sure that if anyone
So this one linked to a recording so they can hear my voice saying what, telling about why I have that ball of yarn, you know, things, all kinds of things that have to do with my, you know, personality. And then
what did you
I made this.
use? What did you use to record your voice?
I used Vocaroo. Vocaroo, you don't have to have an account. You can just record something and then it'll give you a hyperlink to the recording. I normally in class I use Flipgrid so I can see my students, whatever. But for something quick, I use Vocaroo.
Awesome.
So we were supposed to have. I was supposed to be doing asynchronous and synchronous teaching, but now we're completely synchronous. So this was supposed to be to show them what I was going to, because I was planning on having a, because there's so many Bitmoji classrooms that are shared on that Facebook group. I was going to take some of them and like customize them, and I was going to have links to commonly used things in those classrooms. So I was going to have on every Bitmoji classroom a link to Duolingo, my site, our virtual reading library, since we can't do free choice reading in my class. I made an anchor chart classroom where I'm going to put up anchor charts that I create and then hyperlink to the bigger version of it.
That's cool. And the anchor charts, you're making all of those
Right,
yourself?
because your anchor charts, you're supposed to, well, this is like this one that's going to load someday, is a reference chart, but the idea of anchor charts is that you're supposed to co-create them with your students. So I was going to make them on a Google slide, but oriented vertically, and then have a small one here, and then have the big one on a later slide, so that everything's all on one place. And so this one is, you know, the general page, and then have one for each period.
Cool. So two things that just came in. One, there was a question that came in. How can you make a Bitmoji connected to books and literacy?
So like I said, I like to do free choice reading, and I can't do that if I'm not with my students and they don't have access to my books. So what I did was find PDFs or online books, and I made a French reading library. And this is a Frankensteining of lots of people's templates that I just made all together. So each of these books links to, the ones on this page all link to ones I teach in France on Book Creator. this slide was made by Bitmoji Becca on Instagram, and I left her in there because I thought it'd be cool to have her in there with me. And then these are linked to Petit Journal Francophone, which is like a newspaper for French students. And then the Asterix decided to make some of their comics for free during the quarantine. So they click on that and it'll take them to the PDF or in my drive so that they could read the thing.
Gotcha. And then another question came up. So that's great on how they can link to the various magazines and books. And so another one is, how do you use the classroom you created as a background, homework choice board, or what?
Some people are using them as homework choice boards. Like I said, I was going to be having some days synchronous and some days asynchronous. So I was going to use this for the asynchronous days, but my district changed with their plan. So this is an example of what I would have done. So on the board, I have instructions, and I would, if there was something specific, like see where it says grab Google Form link, where the word link is, that's where I would link the Google Form we're using in class that day. And then all these things are linking to what I showed you on this slide, right? So the Duolingo, my Google site, the French reading library. So on every background I would use, I would have these things there for all their resources, so they don't have to leave and search Google Classroom. Oh, where's that link to the anchor charts again? So it's always on the same page. Elementary teachers, I know they're embedding the brain breaks
Oh, yes.
into their Bitmoji Classroom, and like they have everything for the whole day on there because they have to teach every subject.
Yes.
So um,
Another
so
question that
and
came in, and I don't know if you know the answer to this now, because you've been talking about a lot of the Google things, but is it possible to create Bitmojis in Word documents?
so you can't do it directly in there, but in the Chrome extension, which is hiding from me right now. Okay, there's the Emoji extension. And then you can search for your Bitmoji, whatever you want. If you want one that is standing, you can click pose, and you can find, most of them don't have any words. So, and then you can right click.
Oh, yeah, we can't see that.
You can't see me doing that.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so when you click on the one you want to use, and right click on it, and it'll say save as,
Yeah.
and then that will save it to your computer, and then you can insert it into your Word document. And if I don't remember if that, sometimes that puts a background on it. So if you want to remove the background, you can use, if it doesn't come out transparent, you can upload it to remove.bg, and it'll take the background off.
Cool. So what I am going to do right now, Joyce Anna, is going to, let's change it up. I'm going to add this back because we actually have an activity that GEG Louisiana is doing right now. And I'm going to throw it back to you in just a moment, okay? Because
Mm-hmm.
in just a moment, I'm going to want you to kind of show them around because Joyce actually gave a bit of a good suggestion also is to kind of show them around in that Facebook group, right? And so if you want to kind of pull some of that up while I go through this little portion right now. And so we definitely appreciate you. And then what I was just telling everyone is that we have a Bitmoji Classroom challenge in order to get connected with GEG Louisiana. So I know we have people from all over the world and everything. But if you go to our Google Education Google group, okay, which I'm going to place into the chat for you right now, the first thing that you should see is a GEG Louisiana activity. Okay, you should see a GEG Louisiana activity where you will be able to jump in and be able to create a your own Bitmoji classroom so that we can all get to know each other. And I'm going to just jump over there for just a moment as well, since we are here while Joy Santa pulls up that Facebook group for us to show us some additional like resources. So the last thing that's there is the GEG Louisiana Bitmoji Classrooms. And when you click on it right here, when you click on it, let me see if I can click on it. There we are. And so once you're in the group, all right, you click on it, and we have a bunch of different options right here. So we've got Tyler that has done hers. I'm working on mine. I'm working on mine. And so here we actually have a bunch of different like furniture because some people like want to start theirs from scratch, right? But you're like, oh my God, I need furniture. Where are they getting all these backgrounds? Where are they getting all this furniture and things of that nature from? So on the screen, I have a variety. We have a link to a presentation that has a bunch of just different furniture and all types of like science tools and anchor charts, classroom objects. There's over like 100 and something. Um, there's over like 100 and something. There's like mats and rugs. It's taking just a minute for it to come up, but you'll see that there are so many. It's like 130 something, 140, yeah, 139 different types of images and things of that nature. We've got all kinds of backgrounds and things of that nature that you can use in order create um, to create your own Bitmoji classroom. And then Joyce definitely says also that Bunzi has some lovely props as well. And I have not used Bunzi, but I would love to hear more about that, Joyce. So we definitely should connect as well, okay? And then right here, and Canva, she says, also has um, a variety of tools as well. Okay, so I just wanted to share that information as well. Okay, so here we are. We're going to continue moving forward
On
here. There are
Canva,
some
they're called
additional
virtual classrooms.
on Canva. They're called virtual classrooms. All right, great. I guess they don't want to use the Bitmoji brand, right? You know. Uh, so so we have some more professional development um, uh, that is planned for you. We also want to again thank our sponsors, StreamYard, and we also want to thank MyPD 24/7. Again, if you want StreamYard, free StreamYard access, which is how we are facilitating this PD and everything right now, I just put the link back in there for you. Joy Sanders, can you share? one more time and us kind of go through that before we give out the certificates, but and allow them to be able to see what that. I know sometimes Facebook groups have a lot in them, right? And so, could you just share your screen one more time and kind of walk us through that? What is it? The Bitmoji
Yes.
Facebook.
My computer is giving me issues again, so I'm trying to load it.
Oh, okay, okay. It's okay. It's okay.
All right.
It's okay if you don't. That's all right. And wait, matter of fact, I think I may be able to pull it
Maybe,
up because I
maybe
think
it's gonna load now. Maybe.
it's coming.
Uh, yep. Yay. Oh, they updated the cover photo again. So these are the
All right. So we're gonna add you to
administrators
the
of the
screen
Bitmoji
here.
Facebook group,
Awesome.
and they have lots of pinned posts telling you things. Over here, eventually will appear the topics. Most posts where there's resources shared, are tagged with the topics so you can easily find it. So if you're looking for foundations or Eureka Math or something, you can find it more easily instead of just going through the search bar. And people, they made like this person made a virtual field trip. It's like amazing things that people come up with. Oh, there's the topics now that you can see. And a lot of people do collaboration. Like this one said, like she didn't make all these Bitmoji Emoji field trips. Other teachers helped with them. A lot of people have been doing some like where's Waldo type activities recently, which looked really cool. Um, Here's a very patriotic classroom. And you'll find your favorites, and then you go follow them on social media. The way you see their, like on a lot of them are sharing on Instagram. Oh, here's another one: extension to record videos and load them onto a slide. So it's not just the classroom; it's a lot of tech support is provided in the Emoji craze group too.
All right. And then are there specific like disciplines? You said they said that there are some discipline tags.
Um, Tags by topics. Oh, why isn't so? It could be like I know there's a tag for foreign language. There's a tag for here. You see banners, library, math, K-5, preschool, movies. Oh, like everybody's working on their back to school presentation, social studies. So
Mm.
there's a lot of things, and
And then grade levels as well, I'm sure then.
for some of them, yes, I see
Awesome.
grade levels listed. You know, and you teach middle grades or high school, they think they'll say, it's corny, but they think it's cute.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so we're gonna come back now. And everyone, if you want to, I'll drop the link to Joy Santa's presentation into the chat again. Okay, definitely want to drop that in there again so that everyone can have access to it. And then also, I'll put the link to her um, Wakelet resources as well. Did you have any social media information that you wanted to share out, Joyce Anna?
um
People connect
okay,
with you online.
so I'm everywhere. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Uh, what where? Oh, should I put it in the our
Yeah,
little
if
chat?
you want to put it in the
Okay.
comments, yeah, that'll be awesome. That way they can get access to it there. And also, I will place links all of the um, there we go. I'll grab that. And so I guess you're most active on Twitter, right?
It depends because some things are easier to share.
Then
I mean, obviously, Instagram is a very visual kind of thing, whereas Twitter, it's you can share just your thoughts or what have you. What's my YouTube channel? I don't remember.
all right.
It's okay. Well, the YouTube is in the tutorial links anyway, so they can just subscribe from there if they want.
Okay, great, great.
Ones that are
All right, so I just put your Twitter handle in the chat and everything. And so if anyone needs to get connected with Joyce Anna, you can do that there. We do appreciate you. You can also get your certificate of attendance and everything as well by just clicking on the link that I am going to put in the chat right now. All right. I'm also going to put it on the screen as well so that everyone has the information. All right. And there that is for you. Again, we do want to thank StreamYard, MyPD 24/7 for supporting us in these efforts and bringing this to you. So, look, Joyce Anna, that was awesome. We really appreciate you taking your time out on today to be able to share this on your Labor Day. Um, I do appreciate you, everyone, for tuning in as well from all over the globe, no matter what time zone you're in. Any last words you want to share with them, Joyce Anna?
just have fun with it. You can't break the internet, so just give it a try, and whatever you're able to do is okay because we're all on different steps of our technology journey.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We've gotten some great comments there that it was terrific and everything. Awesome. All right. So, look, everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you take time to rest and also connect with family and friends. I know, they call it social distancing, but I just call it physical distancing because we can still connect and be social even though we're not physically together. So still connect with someone, family and friends today, and enjoy the rest of your day. All right. Thank you, everyone.